In this problem, we're looking at an interest-earning money market account that earns 8.5% per year. You initially invest $160. Create a table that shows the value of your money market account over the next 5 years. So we're looking at year and we're looking at value. And we see that initially, in year 0 initially, the value of your investment is $160. 1 year later, it's going to be 8.5% bigger. So if it's 8.5% bigger, that means it's going to be 100% of the original plus an extra 8.5% for a total of 108.5%. Well, that as a decimal would be 1.085, and so we would kind of repeat this for every year, with the exception that the amounts are starting to get bigger and bigger. So we would take 160 times 1.085 and giving us 173.6. Then that amount is going to grow by 8.5% the following year, and so we would get that amount times 1.085, and that gives us 188.36, or 188.36 cents. And now we notice a pattern in that we started with 160, adjusted it by 8.5%. That gave us 173.6, and then we took that amount to get the following year's balance and multiplied it by 1.085. So really, to get this value, we took 160 times 1.085 squared. So again, the power up here is going to be the year. There's year 1, and technically you could really put a 1.085 to the 0 power for year 0, and that would still give you 160. In letter B, we want to create a graph out of this data. So I'll do this in the TI-83 or 84, and so I'll put in my function, which is 160 times 1.085 to the x power. And now I want to think about a domain and range to set my window. Well, maybe I'll look at this investment from 0 to 10 years. And I probably don't want to go down to $0, although I could. I'm probably going to start around 150 because I know my lowest amount will be 160 and it grows from there. And I don't know exactly what it'll be, but just based on the speed at which it's growing, I'd probably go up to about 300. That's kind of a safe bet. So there it is. And you can kind of start to see the curvature already a little bit, that as you grow this more and more, the amount of balance growth actually gets bigger. So this was $13.60 gain from year 0 to 1, but then it was almost $15 gain from year 1 to year 2. So in letter C, what growth factor do you multiply your current balance by? Well, that's 1.085. What is the initial value? The initial value is $160. Letter E, we want to know the equation. Well, in this case, if I call this value and I call this y, the value is given to me by taking 160 times 1.085 to the year power. How much will you have in 20 years? We can find by using our formula now. 160 times 1.085 to the 20th power, and in 20 years we'll have pretty close to $1,000 bucks. We'll have $817.93.